It's January 26th, 2026, and I'm having a bit of a hard time. So, on the one hand, great things have been happening for me. I'm finally in my own apartment after months of being in one Airbnb and hostel and couch surfing after another. This represents the potential for a bit of uh, stability for a few months, at least until July. And I know that when I've gone through a really intense, difficult, stressful time and I have a bit of stability, that's one of the moments when I'm at the most risk for depression. And so I'm working really hard to stave that off. I left the United States in May of 2025 because a red line was crossed for me in the US 2 days after Trump was inaugurated. The State Department announced that any passports of trans people that they had in their possession or that came across their possession would be confiscated, and mine was among them. That was it. I knew I had to leave. That I would be more good if I was in a place where I was safe than I would be continuing to stay in the US. But now I'm looking at the US and things are getting a lot worse, a lot harder for people. And people are dying. I mean, people were dying before, but you know what I mean. The deaths of Mrs. Good and Mr. Pretty, um, those were definitely red lines again. Not in the sand, but in the snow, right? So I'm trying to find the ways to stay strong. And of course, for me, part of that is my practice. Part of my practice is laying tefillin. These straps of leather with these boxes that hold paragraphs from Torah that speak of the commandments that we were given, the mitzvot, pathways of connection, connection to the divine, connection to ourselves, connection to our people. These leather straps and their boxes, they're like armor in hard times. They're like a hug, an embrace that we actively choose to take on. As I rap, I say the names of my ancestors: Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah. These ancestors are standing with me and with all of the people of Israel in this long line of history. These words, which were commanded to me at Sinai as I existed in potentia there along with my ancestors on the day that we all received the commandments, the mitzvot, these paths of connection, including the commandment to do just what I'm doing right now. I say a blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehaniach b'tfilin. Blessed are you, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who made us holy, who separated us out, and who commanded us regarding binding the tefillin onto ourselves. I do this act, this practice, as a way to strengthen myself and to remind myself that I am not alone, even in moments like right now, when I don't have a support system or a safety net really in the place where I am. I have many friends and family that are far, far away, but not really here where I am. But I do have family. I'm surrounded by family. I am connected. I'm bound to my people. I am bound to my history. I am connected with these paths, these choices that I take each day. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Listen up, O you who struggle with God. All of being, past, present, future, the very essence of existence is our God. All of being, past, present, future, the very essence of existence is one. Love Adonai, your Elohim, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all you have. These words which I instruct you this day shall be on your heart. Teach them to your children and speak of them when you rest in your home and when you walk on the way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign on your arm and as badges between your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your houses and on your gates. If you listen, truly listen to the precepts of which I have instructed you today, to love Adonai, your Elohim, and to serve them with all of your heart and soul, then I will give rain for your land in every season it's needed so that you can gather up your grain, wine, and oil. I will give grasses in your field for your livestock, and they shall eat and be satisfied. Guard yourself, lest your heart deceive you, and turn aside and serve other Elohim, and bow down to them. Then Adonai would be angry with you and stop up the heavens, and there would no longer be rain for your fields nor produce. They would remove you immediately from the good land which Adonai has given to you. Place these words upon your heart and upon your soul, and bind them as a sign upon your arm, and they shall be for badges between your eyes. Teach them to your children, to speak of them when you rest in your home and when you walk on the way, when you lie down, when you rise up. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. This is so your days and the days of your children upon the land which Adonai has sworn to give them will be lengthened for as long as the heavens are above the earth. Adonai spoke to Moshe and said, Speak to the children of Israel and say to them to make for themselves a fringe on the corners of their clothing forever. Place on the fringe a thread of sky blue. They shall be to you a fringe. When you see it, you will remember all the precepts of Adonai and do them, rather than follow after your hearts and eyes, which you have strayed after before. This is so you will remember and do all of my precepts, and you shall be holy to their Elohim. I am Adonai, your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be with you as Elohim. I am Adonai, your Elohim. I don't know what your practice is or how you connect today, but I hope that the practices that you have connect you deeply and give you strength to move forward.